Okay, it's now 7 o'clock, 7:30 rather. Everyone please rise. I have an invocation by Mr. Henry, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance.
Our most hallowed Father, we thank you for this privilege of coming to do business with this city. And we thank you for all the members that's here and for all the visitors. And Heavenly Father, we ask you to be with Mr. Aaron back as he moves to Florida. Lord, give him a safe trip and help him to enjoy great state of Florida. And Heavenly Father, be with our men and women that's in uniform that may be in harm's way today. We ask you for a special blessing. Once again, bring them back home, healthy, whole. Go with us. Be with all of our citizens that's sick. Lord, we ask you to give them a healing hand. Give the ones in need, provide for them. We ask all these things in the holy name.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You may be seated. Roll call.
Henry.
Here.
Johnson.
Here.
Kelly.
Here.
Morrow.
Here.
Poole. Here. Craven.
Here.
Effie.
Here. Everyone's here. We need the approval of the minutes of October 1st, 2012.
Second.
A motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Minutes have been approved. Election and appointments, there are none. Special committees. There you go.
Thank you, Mr. President. The city has utilized services of John Dernbach as our city prosecutor, and he's been quite effective in that job. He will no longer be functioning as the city prosecutor as of the end of this week. John is currently buying suntan lotion by the case, and we'll be moving to, I think it's Fort Lauderdale, is that right? Yeah. So heading off for sunnier shores, but I did want to take a moment here in tonight's meeting to recognize his service to the city, the excellent quality job that he did as our prosecutor. And I have a proclamation that I'd like to read and present to him. So, if you'll give me just a minute. John, would you like to join me up front here, please? Whereas it is one of the responsibilities of the mayor of the city of Heath to recognize occasions and/or persons of outstanding significance. Whereas John Dernbach's career with the city of Heath began by proxy in 1999 when he was hired by the former city prosecutor, Harvey Shapiro. And through hard work and determination, John became the city's prosecutor on October 1st, 2003. Whereas for the past 9 years, Mr. Dernbach has been instrumental in the research, filing, and successful prosecution of crimes in Heath. Whereas Mr. Dernbach's extensive legal knowledge and rapport with the Heath Police Department staff would be sorely missed by all. And therefore I, Mark D. Johns, Mayor of the City of Heath, Ohio, the Heath City Council, and the employees of the City of Heath, do hereby warmly thank John Dernbach for his outstanding work and wish him well on the next chapter of his life. John, thank you very much.
Sure, yeah, absolutely. When I started this job, it was a lot of hard work. I had hard example to follow, and I just want to say this has been the best job I could have hoped for. If I could keep from Florida, I would. Unfortunately, that's not possible. But you have an outstanding city, we have an outstanding police department. What I think is the best in the county, has with pretty much all of them. And I just want to thank you from my heart. This is wonderful. Thank you all.
Thanks, John.
Unfinished business, there's none. Petition communications, none. Visitors. We've now reached the visitor section. Any visitor like to speak? Approach the podium, take a name.
Night. Anonymous.
Becky Goodwin, 1611 Hebron Road. I just wanted to come up and remind you all again that I'm still working for my puppies at the animal shelter. Doing another Bob Evans deal, but it's on Tuesday night. So it's not next Monday, but Tuesday. So you all have time to go to your meeting after here, and then Tuesday you go out to eat.
So it's not tomorrow, it's next week?
No, it's next week.
Okay.
The 23rd, Tuesday the 23rd. So I'll make sure I have it here next week so you all have it.
Okay.
And I just wanted to share this. I brought it and showed a few of you last week, but this is a picture we took at the pool with all of our doggy visitors. I think this is Phil right here in front with his hat and camera on. But you guys, this is an awesome event, and it really, you got a lot of good vibes from this. So I just can't stress it enough. It's a great time. Whether you have a dog or not, or whether you bring your dog or not, it's fun to come and watch. Our dog has a wonderful time, but anyway, I just wanted to plug the thing again, and we plan on following you to the meeting and then Tuesday night for dinner, so thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Any other visitors? If not, we move on to committee reports, finance and budget. Mr. Kramer.
Mr. President, Finance Committee has met this evening. We have one legislative request, which we'll be covering this evening, to go into a contract with the City of Newark for prosecution services. Chairman of Mr. Kerner. Heath is gone.
Heath is gone.
Committee, anything else? That's it, thanks.
Public services, Mr. Morrow.
Thank you, Mr. President. The next meeting of the Heath Public Services will be next Monday, the 22nd at 5:30 here at the City Hall.
Nothing to add, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you. Public safety, Mr. Johnson.
Thank you, Mr. President. Public safety met Monday, October 8th. We began at 5:30 p.m. with fire. Under statistics for September, fire runs, there were a total of 32 with year-to-date total of 346. EMS runs for the month were at 142 with year-to-date total of 1,406. Transports for the month were at 101 with year-to-date total of 842. There were no legislative requests. Under the monthly expense report, September wages were at $61,942.27 with the September overtime number of $33,622.82. The year-to-date total for overtime was $200,793.10. Under equipment, the airbags that they use for rescues and what have you, they have about a 9 to 15-year life expectancy, and the current bags are about 16 years old. The new bags cost about $5,000 to $6,000, and she is looking into those. The first item under personnel was the agility testing has been completed for the new hire, for the new applicants. There were a total of 41 applicants, 31 showed up, and 28 have been passed. The other item under personnel was that Captain Kozlowski was going to be back for a short time to work about 8 shifts prior to his surgery. Under training, there were 3 items. The first one was there was a joint training that happened with Jace Tully, who was over his facility, and they had Lincoln Township Fire, Hebron Fire, and Heath. What they did is they had basically a mock dump truck on top of the car, and so they did that training there. The second item was that the farm rescue fire training is scheduled for October 24th and 25th. And the third item is that they're going to be doing a joint auto fire training at the end of October at Jake's Point. Under old business, the new software training is near complete. And the second item under old business was Fire Prevention Week programs. There's going to be multiple programs and locations coming up scheduled for the end of October. Under new business, the narrowband weather sirens that she's been talking about, they need to be completed by January 2013 at a cost of about $5,000 a piece. Is that correct, Chief?
$5,000 for the total.
Total. Okay.
Total 6.
Thank you. Thank you. Second item under new business is that for any traffic accidents, Heath Fire will be contacting Jades and they'll respond to all those in traffic to assist the fire department. Under other, Chief would like everybody to know that we just had an open house at Station 1 on last Saturday, October 13th from 1 to 5. From there, we moved on to police. Under statistics for the month of September, calls for services were 1,394, offense reports 142, arrests 53, accidents 34, and citations 83. Overtime for September was at $13,135, with a year-to-date total of $103,853. There were, under false alarms, there were a total of 31, 30 of them commercial, 1 of them residential. Revenue for September alone was $425. Under the deer management program, they have harvested 60 antler steers and 1 buck. Under other items, Chief had talked about in 2013 was going to be Heath Police Department's golden anniversary. So Chief wants to celebrate this milestone by having samples of, he wants to celebrate this milestone. He's going to bring some samples of some of the things that he wants to purchase and have available. That'll be bringing that with legislative request at our next meeting. We also discussed the antenna that needs to be removed from our old tower here to the new Verizon tower, and that we will have to pay the cost to have the fiber optics connected. But I believe that Verizon is going to provide the cable at no charge, so we won't have to pay for that. We also discussed stop signs at Forest Hills and Wedgewood, and we ultimately sent those back to tonight's meeting. Let Clear, he did distribute a copy of the Clear written report. Under other, I'm sorry, I'm trying to read my reading. Brad Fisher will be off for about 2 months for family medical leave. The dispatcher test was given, 21 of them applied, 15 showed up, and 4 of them passed. They did disqualify the number 1 person on the list for some reasons. So then Tim Kelly had a complaint from a resident regarding loud noise coming from around Papa Okies. In the interim, Papa Okies had contacted HPD and requested special duty officers for Friday and Saturday nights. So it sounds like that's going to take care of the problem. Other than that, we adjourned at 7:55. Chief Huggins, do you have anything to add?
Not right now, thanks.
Chief Kelly, nobody's there, right? It's okay. Thank you, that's all I have.
Thank you. Streets and Drainage, Mr. Heath.
Thank you, Mr. President. The Streets and Drainage Committee met this evening at 5:30, and Bob Keller, the street superintendent, gave his report. First on the agenda was the yellow lines are painted, and they are done painting for the year, except maybe might go back and do the lines at the railroad crossing on Thornwood. Second, Summit Street paving using chip and seal has been completed. There have been some concerns about the waviness of the surface, but this will get better with the use. The project was within budget, between $21,000 and $22,000. Bob hasn't got the final bill yet. Third, leaf pickup will be November 5th and 6th, Monday and Tuesday, and if needed, the 19th and 20th. They want everyone to know to put their leaves to the curb and to use the proper containers, bags to put them in. The mayor also said that he wanted people to know that without the passage of this income tax levy, that this will be one of the things that will have to be reevaluated next year. And we wanted everyone to know this. We need this levy to pass. The fourth item on the agenda, Bob wanted to know what was said at the safety committee meeting concerning the Wedgewood and Forest Hill stop signs. Brian Johnson told Bob that the police chief said that they enforce the sign when they're there, but they are not the ones that say that they should be put up. Maybe a study of these intersections by Jones and Henderson should be done. He said he didn't recall any accidents at either of these intersections. Mayor John said that he's had several calls about the intersection in Forest Hill. After further discussion,
This subject will be sent to the safety director, Mayor Johns, police chief, fire chief, and street superintendent, Bob Geller, to further discuss this situation. The fifth item on the agenda was the community block grant signs. Hopefully will be in this week or next, and as soon as we get them in, we will get them up. Under other, the water problem in the median, a drain has been installed and it seems to have handled the situation. With nothing else to report, the meeting adjourned at 5:47 p.m. Bob, you have anything to add?
No, that's all. Thank you. Community development and zoning, Mr. Henry.
Community development and zoning will be on Monday, November 5th, 5:30. John, do you have anything?
No, thank you.
Eddie? Okay, thank you, Mr. President.
Parks, Recreation, and Davis Shade, Mrs. Cole.
Thank you, Mr. President. Parks, Recreation, and Davis Shea met this evening at 5:48. We had 3 items on the agenda. The first was winterizing the pool. Director Geller reported that they've been doing their year-end winterizing. Most of it has been done and everything else is in process. The second item was projects for the parks, and Bob provided us with a list and reviewed 14 items that need to be done for repair and maintenance at the parks. They don't all have to be done this year. They'll have to be done as funds allow, but one of the items that may need to be done is to replace the south perimeter fence at Geller Park, and that will probably be approximately $10,000, but many other items on that list. The third item was projects at the pool. Again, there were 14 items for repair or maintenance, and again, all of those items don't have to be done this year, but there are some significant items that will need to be done in this year. The first being replacing the roof on the bathhouse in the old Filter building, which is probably going to run $30,000 to $50,000, and that will need to be done probably this year. So again, many other items, but he provided a complete, extensive report during the meeting. That's all for Parks, Recreation, and Davis Shea. Would you have anything to add, Bob?
Nothing.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you. Planning Commission, Mr. Craig.
Thank you, Mr. President. Let me finish up the finance and budget report. I forgot to acknowledge our tax commissioner. Kim, are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, the planning commission will be meeting next Thursday, October 25th. Mr. Groff, any comments?
No, thank you.
Mayor Johns, any comments?
No, thanks.
That's it, thanks.
That's end of committee reports. Moving on to introduction of ordinances. Ordinance 71, 2012.
Ordinance 71, 2012, an ordinance authorizing and directing the mayor to execute a contract prosecution services with the city of Newark according to the attached proposal submitted and declaring an emergency.
Mr. President,
Mr. Kramer.
motion to suspend the rules on ordinance 71, 2012.
Second.
Motion and second to suspend the rules. Roll call.
Henry. Johnson.
Yes.
Kelly.
Yes.
Marlin.
Yes.
Cole.
Yes.
Crable.
Yes.
Heffley.
Yes.
Mr. President,
Mr. Kramer.
motion to adopt ordinance 71, 2012.
Second.
Motion and second to adopt ordinance 71, 2012. Any comments or discussion? Mr. Mayor.
Obviously, with John Durbach not continuing to be our city prosecutor, it created an opportunity for us to look at ways of filling that void. We feel very pleased with this agreement that we hope to have in place with the city of Newark, where their law director office and personnel will provide for prosecution services. We feel confident that they have the bandwidth to provide those services, and by our estimation, we look to save at least $10,000 a year for the use of them for our services. So in many ways, I see us as not having to lose much and gain significant monetary savings.
Any other discussion? If not, roll call.
Henry.
Yes.
Johnson.
Yes.
Kelly.
Yes.
Marlin.
Yes.
Cole.
Yes.
Crable.
Yes.
Heffley.
Yes. Ordinance 71, 2012 has been adopted. Ordinance on second reading, there are none. Resolutions on first reading, resolutions on second reading, none. Reports to city officials, Mayor Johnson.
Thank you, Mr. President. I want to welcome everybody here in attendance, visitors, and also I want to thank council for the approval on the ordinance regarding the contract for the city of Newark prosecuting our cases. As I said, I think this is probably the best case scenario for us, a win for us, I think a win for the city of Newark, and I think an example of two local government entities cooperating to meet mutual needs and concerns. The only other thing I want to add are that my Bobcats are 7-0, and for the first time since 1968, ranked in the top 25. Do believe this is one of the elements in a doomsday scenario, so perhaps there is something to this Mayan calendar stuff. That's all I have, Mr. President.
Let's see, Auditor Alexander is not here, so we want to Law Director Morrison.
Well, I have nothing to report, but I certainly agree with everything the mayor said about the Bobcats. I haven't competed over you in 1968. The mayor probably hadn't been born. But I remember that team. We had a great offense, no defense. Some reporter asked one of the players, well, with the, and we had a bowl game. How do you expect to win with the defense? We'll have to outscore them.
Okay, start with Mrs. Cole.
I just want to welcome everyone. Have a good evening. Thanks, Mr. President.
Please.
Yeah, I just want to welcome everyone, and I do want to thank Dwayne and Becky for all they do for us. I do appreciate it, but I used to give them some bad lip when we had camera. I think it's good, and I really enjoyed the fire department chief Saturday. Firehouse fire. Thank you, Mr. President.
Mr. Kramer.
Well, everyone tonight, well, I'd love to see some copies of that prominently displayed in pool, city building. That's a neat look. Regarding the Mayan calendar, I think they ran out of room. That's all.
Mr. Heffley.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'd like to also welcome everyone here this evening and also say that hopefully the Buckeyes will get some defense. No Bucks. That's all I have.
Mr. Morrow.
Thank you. Congratulations, Mr. Gerbach. Thanks for and just looking to prove the defense just outscored the offense. And during November 7th, the second year, I'm going to say down early.
Kim Geller. John Geller. Bob Geller. John Ross. Keith Huggins.
Thank you, Cletus, for coming to the open house. We had several hundred super in attendance. That was a great success. Hate to see John go. I enjoyed working with him. What few times we did in the fire department. He was a good man. That's all.
I'm gonna miss John's bow tie. He's the only guy in City Hall who wears bow tie. You always know it's him because he sees bow tie. Mayor, question for you, just since this is our last meeting, isn't it? Mayor's night or Halloween or whatever, did you want to?
Yes, it's on, as is tradition, it's on the fourth Thursday of October. This year, that is the 25th. It'll be from 5:30 to 7. Yeah. The girls seem to get out a little earlier to try to get some houses. But, yeah, please, for the traveling public, please be wary of the fact that there'll be lots of little kids out.
Thanks about that. And then, just want to remind everyone, if you can, write a letter to the editor, about the income tax increase and stuff. Try to get that in ASAP so that we can print it. And with that, move on to new business, nothing, reading of bids, none, miscellaneous, none, adjournment.
Motion.